So basically within a decade, Canada goes from nothing to global superpower of lithium production. One potential catalyst, particularly in Canada, that has the support of the feds, that could end up helping the venture and explorers and developers in this country, is the financial support that Trudeau's Liberals just gave to the mining industry. You did a great breakdown on exactly where the capital is going, what sectors should experience a call it a boon, or at least more support from the feds. And it's a stark contrast from how the federal government views oil compared to mining or mineral mining. There's a big difference now, and I think it'd be good if you went into it.
Yeah, thanks. It's kind of ironic, right? That, for the green revolution to take flight, we're going to have to, dig up the earth, burn a ton of fossil fuels, and extract, billions of dollars worth of metals. The key words that they're using is critical minerals, right? And they deemed that a strategic metal last year. The Liberals allocated $3.8 billion in the budget released in April of 2022 to the critical mineral space. And they're giving huge credits, huge tax breaks to miners who are going to extract lithium, nickel, all these critical metals for the green revolution. The Liberals are starting to connect the dots, right? They're going to reap $20 billion in tax revenue from the oil and gas sector this calendar year, $20 billion. And they see lithium as the next powerhouse energy. Canada could become a powerhouse in the global lithium space. In 2021, zero production. We did not make it onto the board, not 1 ton. Australia led the world with 55,000 tons. Very small market right now. And then you have China, you have Chile, I think, with like 30 or 40, and then you have China with 14,000 tons, not very much. Canada, by the end of 2023, will be producing over 50,000 tons of lithium from 3 different mines. By the end of 2030, we're looking at close to 200,000 tons. And that's the tip of the iceberg, right? We have
basically within a decade, Canada goes from nothing to global superpower of lithium production.
Yeah, not even 7-8 years. We could easily be the world's largest producer of lithium.
Where does that source come from? Quebec, largely? Lithium source.
Quebec, Ontario. There's some projects in Manitoba. There's some brine projects in Manitoba, but largely Quebec and Ontario. The first 3, I believe, are going to be coming from Quebec. Ontario has some world-class projects. We know a few of them, right, from back in the day. But, the landscape is going to change. There's a stark warning at the end of last week's newsletter, and that's if you think lithium prices are going to remain in the stratosphere, forever, think again, because Canada's not the only country bringing on supply.
Right.
From China to Australia, everyone is rushing to capitalize on this boom. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but in the next 6 to 18 months, you're going to see, production globally double and maybe then some. There's like 10 to 15 projects. Canada has 3 going into production next year. There's at least 10 to 15 globally that will also be going into production in 2023. And that's going to have a tremendous impact on the global landscape. So supply and demand.
Are these guaranteed to be going into production? The 3 in Canada?
Nothing's
a guarantee. But no. What says there? What gives you hope that they actually are going to make production by next year?
Those 3 are fully financed. And there shouldn't be anything. They've got support. They've got all their permits. They've got government support. They've done all their environmental stuff. So they're in construction.
The reason why I ask about the likelihood of production from these 3 mines in lithium is because that alone can create positive sentiment, but a period of M&A. So when mines go into production, obviously they drain on their reserves. Any exploratory projects around these mines that show promise and have developed, to a certain level where there's a likelihood that there's an economic operation there. Those miners will now look at those guys as potential acquisitions, be it, 1, 3, 5 years down the road. Either way, it creates a huge shift in sentiment that I think the mining and, more broadly speaking, the venture market in Canada needs. So production is key. New producing stories are key to periods of M&A and increased investor sentiment, more financing dollars for exploration projects, etc.
Absolutely. The lithium space, like we've seen, it could recapitalize, the silver market, the nickel market. It could get everybody excited about mining again.
All right, I think that about wraps it up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, if you want some more detailed breakdowns of technology opportunities, what's going on in the commodity world, highly recommend you sign up for our weekly email newsletter. You can do so at pinnacledigest.com. Thanks for listening.
See you next time.